Hey guys, what's up? It's Big Lou with Perfected Precision Gaming, coming to you out of Brooklyn, New York with a CP build video. This video goes in depth on what exact parts I used to build my desired PC. I picked up all the parts at Micro Center. The total price of all the parts came out to between $1,500 and $1,600 in total. I decided to build the PC as I own an Alienware M14X R2 and the system was becoming outdated. I did some research and almost went with purchasing an Alienware again. After researching further, I found that building a PC yourself would allow you to get a way better bang for your buck. This was my first PC build ever. I researched all these parts and built the system in 3 hours. For my first build, this was excellent. So far the PC is working flawlessly, allowing me to play video games at max settings easily and editing videos with no problem. So here's the breakdown of all the parts I went with. The first part I chose was the processor. I went with the Intel i7-4790K Devil's Canyon. I decided to pick up this processor as it would allow me to do exactly what I needed to do with my PC. The Core i7-4790K runs at a 4 GHz base clock with a 4.4 GHz turbo mode. That's an increase of 50% over the Intel i7-4770K's 3.5 GHz base / 3.9 GHz turbo clock speed. And since the GPU performance scales linear with the clock speed improvement, it means benchmark results will pick up an extra 10 to 50% performance on the newer core. The Core i7-4790K also has a new thermal interface between the CPU die and the heat spreader. This will allow the CPU to remain cooler overall and when overclocking. I picked this up at Micro Center for $289 on sale, compared to other retailers selling the same product for $330 on average. This was a great deal. To cool the CPU, I chose not to go with the stock cooler. I decided to pick up the Cooler Master V8 GTS. I chose this cooler because it looks beast. The cooler comes with 2 fans and 8 heat pipes. When on, the cooler shines with red LEDs in the innards. This went great with my red theme build. I also chose this cooler because it has good reviews and it is basically silent for being such a huge cooler. The cooler is easy to set up if you follow the instructions provided. The cooler, even though it looks big, has enough clearance for RAM memory to fit into the motherboard easily. I paid $99 with a $10 mail-in rebate for this cooler at Micro Center. The next part of the build is the motherboard. I chose the MSI Z97 G5. I went with this motherboard because it is both powerful and aesthetically pleasing. Here are the specs. This motherboard supports Core i7, i5, i3 Pentium Celeron processors. It supports up to 32 GB of RAM and has dual channel options. This motherboard ran me about $130 at Micro Center. Moving forward, I picked up the Samsung 850 EVO 120 GB SSD. I picked this up to store my Windows program software. I heard that this is one of the fastest and I wanted Windows to boot up fast. The 850 EVO is the second SSD from Samsung that uses a 3D vertical flash memory cell. Traditionally, 2D planar type NAND flash memory cells, the storage units on an SSD, lay flat on the surface of a silicone wafer. That's common for most SSDs on the market. With the 850 EVO, the drive's flash memory cells are stacked up in up to 32 layers, which allow for significantly more cells in the same number of wafer bits. This greatly increases the density and means, among other things, more storage space for less cost. For additional storage, I went with the Western Digital Blue 1TB external hard drive. I picked this hard drive up to store games, music, and movies. I anticipate I will pick up an additional hard drive later with more space, but for now this should do the job. I paid $39.99 at Micro Center for this one. The next part of the build was the RAM. I decided to go with Corsair as I read that they are a reliable company who makes great products. I went with the Corsair Vengeance 16GB 2x8GB 240-pin DDR3 2400 desktop memory. Of course I got them in red to match the theme. These cost me $95 at Micro Center. In the future I plan on adding another 16GB for a total of 32GB. But for now the 16GB should allow me to edit videos and play games smoothly. For the graphics card, I went with the MSI GeForce GTX 980 Gaming 4GB card. I read some reviews on this card which informed me that the card runs cool and quiet. These are 2 important factors I looked at when determining what card I went with. I also wanted a card that would run my games at max settings. I heard that this card was a great fit for what I wanted in my PC build. The card graphics also look awesome with the Dragon and MSI logo on the side. And did I say that it matches my red and black theme? This card also came with a free game. I got the option of choosing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege or Assassin's Creed Syndicate for free. I don't know which game I will choose yet. I'm not really into either title. Maybe you guys can help me make a decision I won't regret. The graphics card cost me about $530 with a $20 mail-in rebate at Micro Center. The next part of the build is the item that runs the whole machine, the power supply. I went with the Corsair Series CX 750W ATX Bronze Certified Modular Power Supply. The CX Series modular power supply units are an excellent choice for basic system builds and desktop PC computer upgrades, offering high reliability, low noise, and the flexibility of modular cabling. This power supply should be able to run all of my components with no issues. So far, it's quiet as advertised. Being that it is modular, the cable management was smooth. I was able to get a clean look that I wanted for my build. The power supply cost me about $89 with a $15 mail-in rebate at Micro Center. The last and final piece of the build was the case. I went with the NZXT H440 black and red ATX mid tower. The case itself looks great. The case allows for great cable management with your backside panel covering up your wires in the back. The case also has the power supply on the bottom, which allows for even easier cable management. The case comes with foam on the inners to assist keeping components as quiet as possible. It comes with 4 fans in total, 3 in the front and 1 in the back. You have the option of adding an additional 2 fans on the top of the case. It comes with an LED logo light on the side and a back panel light switch. The case comes with inputs from the front for both mic in, headphones jack, USB 2.0 and 3.0. I decided on this case because it offered all these great features and matched the black and red theme I wanted for my build. The case cost me about $115 at Micro Center. Well guys, here's a photo of the finished product. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Also, let me know what parts you would have used in your own build. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, follow me on my other platforms, on Facebook at PPG Gaming, on Twitch at Perfected Precision Gaming, and on Twitter at PPG Gaming 2586. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Later guys.